At the end of 2022, Pinterest decided to put an end to their Creator Rewards program, which was in beta mode for most of that entire year. This was definitely a bummer for a lot of content creators, myself included, and I made over 5 figures from the Pinterest Creator Rewards beta program. But to any of you who are watching this and who exist in this fast-paced content creation universe, you know that things can change at any moment and you need to be flexible and prepare for anything. And that's why I wanted to sit down and film this video for you with 4 ways that you can monetize on Pinterest so that your efforts are not wasted, whether you just picked up Pinterest in the last year or you've been growing slowly and steadily on the platform for a while, so that you can see a return on your investment. If you're new here, I'm a fashion and beauty micro-influencer based in New York City, and I use this channel to help you create great content, grow your digital brand, and earn sustainable income from content creation. So if any of that interests you, please consider subscribing. I joined Pinterest as a casual user in 2009, and I started creating and sharing content in 2012. So it's safe to say that Pinterest has actually been a part of my content marketing strategy since the beginning. And for any of you who are super interested in the strategy of being a content creator or an influencer, I am actually hosting a free webinar next week called How to Build a Profitable Influencer Business in 2023. So I hope you'll join me for that free webinar, and you can sign up with the link down below in the description box. I promise it's going to be fun. Now, when it comes to making money on Pinterest, I think the keys are to really identify what your priorities are and how much time you have to spend on Pinterest. With that, let's dive into the 4 different ways that you can monetize and make money with Pinterest. The first thing I want to talk about is affiliates. And as of right now, affiliates are the main way that you can monetize directly on the Pinterest platform. So before, Creator Rewards was one of the other ways you could monetize directly on platform, but with that gone, we can shift our focus over to affiliate marketing. Now, you've always traditionally been able to add links to pins until Pinterest introduced idea pins, and idea pins are allegedly getting links this year. One of the things that Pinterest announced when they announced the end of the Creator Rewards beta program was that they were going to be adding general linking capabilities to idea pins sometime this year, I believe. So that is something we can look forward to as content creators, but in the meantime, you can add links to idea pins. You just have to do so using the product sticker. So in order to tag a product and use an affiliate link on a Pinterest idea pin, what you're going to want to do is go to create a new idea pin and upload any content that you want to use. From there, go to the page of the idea pin that you want to edit, and you'll see the stickers word at the bottom. From there, you'll see the option to add a product sticker, and I always do this by using a link. Now, when you use a link, if you're using an affiliate link, what will happen is first you will input your affiliate link, and then Pinterest will ask you for, I guess I'll call it a clean link, which is basically just a direct link to that product on whatever retailer's website you're getting it from. So if I wanted to link my foundation from IT Cosmetics, first I would grab my affiliate link from LTK, that is the affiliate network that I use, and then I would also grab the direct link to that product, probably from Sephora, since that's where I think most of my community shops for beauty. Why do they make us add 2 links? I have no idea. I actually have asked the Pinterest team about this, and I still don't really have a clear answer, but if you have the patience to do it, and if making money through affiliates is something that you're interested in, this is a really great way to start to put those affiliate links somewhere that is a bit more searchable and evergreen than just throwing up a link on an Instagram story that will disappear in 24 hours. And remember, if adding a link sticker is too annoying for you, hopefully we are getting actual links on idea pins very soon, and in the meantime you can still add any affiliate links that you want to any static or video regular pins. The next way that you can monetize on Pinterest is by doing brand deals. As many of you already know, the way brand deals work is when you're collaborating with a brand, they will pay you to create content showcasing their products or services to your audience. We've talked a lot about brand deals on this channel, and a lot of that has been focused on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Overall, I think that Pinterest is still up and coming when it comes to brand deals. In fact, I have been on the platform, like I said, since 2009, and I didn't do my first brand deal on Pinterest until last year or the year before that. What I would recommend to creators is pitching Pinterest as an add-on or an upsell to some of your existing brand partnerships. So let's say, for example, that you're partnering with a brand over on Instagram. Well, you could also also add on something to that proposal where you say, hey, for an extra X amount of money, I can also repost that content to Pinterest. Or you can even offer to create unique content for Pinterest, and then you can charge even more for that versus just charging for reposting. I think this is a good way to ease brands into Pinterest content because, like I said, I don't really have a ton of experience doing Pinterest brand deals, even though I've been on Pinterest for a long time. And as of the time I'm recording this video, it's actually my largest social media following by a couple thousand people. But I think that brands aren't necessarily thinking about Pinterest right now, but the reason Pinterest is great is because not only is it a very visual first platform and you can reshare a lot of the same content you're already creating for Instagram, TikTok, or other platforms to Pinterest, but Pinterest also functions like a search engine. So working on adding Pinterest as an upsell or additional add-on to any existing brand partnerships that you have for more legacy traditional brand partnership platforms like Instagram is a really great way to start making some extra money and make brands aware of your presence on Pinterest so they can keep that in mind should they ever have a Pinterest focused campaign to cast for in the future. I know that the negotiating process can make some of us a little uncomfortable, and I'll be the first to admit it's taken me years to get good at negotiating. So if you're looking for any tips about negotiating brand partnerships, I actually have a whole video where I go into that process and strategy that I think you'll love. So I will be sure to leave a link to that down below in the description box and up in the iCard so you can watch that video next. So brand partnerships and affiliates have more to do with what is happening directly on Pinterest as a platform, and the next two ways to monetize that I want to talk about are a little bit indirect. So next I want to talk about using Pinterest to drive traffic to platforms where you're already making money. You can use Pinterest as the catalyst to increase your earnings in other areas off platform, and the two things that I'm thinking of in particular are either your blog or your YouTube channel. The reason I'm talking about blogs and YouTube channels are because these are both revenue generating platforms. So it's possible that if you have a blog that you're part of an ad network where you have partnered with a third-party ad network that connects you with advertisers who run ads over on your website. And if you are on YouTube and you're part of the YouTube Partner Program, that means that you also make money when people watch ads before, during, or after your YouTube videos. So by focusing on driving traffic to platforms like your blog or YouTube channel, there isn't really anything that someone needs to do other than show up and create an impression on that content or create a page view to help you make money. Because if someone goes over to your YouTube channel and you have monetization on for your videos, when people go to watch a video, they likely will sit through an ad first, and that can help increase your overall earnings from AdSense. Same thing with your blog. If someone goes and reads an article that you linked to from Pinterest because they were looking for more information on a certain topic, if you have ads enabled on your blog as they are reading your free content, you are also making money from ad revenue. Since it's much easier to make money when someone happens upon a YouTube video or goes to your blog, I think that focusing your Pinterest strategy on driving traffic to these platforms that you create long form content on is really key versus trying to drive traffic to your Instagram or TikTok page, because there is a good chance that someone will just watch that content, and yes, that might be another view or impression that you get on TikTok or Instagram, but the likelihood that someone is going to watch that content and then follow you and be one of the most engaging subscribers or followers that you have on those platforms is a bit lower, versus you have something essentially guaranteed when you are linking to YouTube or your blog if you have ads on there. It's for that reason that every week when I upload a new YouTube video or blog post, I always create at least 2 pins, and I try to do one with text and image and one that's text only to promote that blog post or YouTube video and link back to it on the off chance that someone who is searching for a topic, which I know that they will be because I've done SEO keyword research before recording a YouTube video or writing a blog post, but maybe if they are looking for that particular thing on Pinterest, I can take advantage of the fact that they're searching for it there and then redirect them to either my blog or YouTube channel respectively to give them a bit more information. And in a similar sense, the next thing that I want to talk about is creating pins that link back to products or services that you offer. So in the last example, I spoke about linking to long-form searchable content that you're already creating that people might be looking for. And this is a bit more of a hit them over the head strategy where you're being more obvious and linking directly to products or services that you've already created. So if you are not a content creator on YouTube and you don't have a blog, you might have an e-commerce shop. Maybe you are an Etsy seller, maybe you are a small business and you're looking to use Pinterest to drive traffic back to your specific products. I think if possible, it's nice to do a mix of both linking to content so people can get to know, like, and trust you, and linking directly to your products, because there are some people who might be searching for something on Pinterest like invoicing how-to or something like that. And maybe instead of learning exactly how to invoice someone, what they actually are looking for is an invoice template that they can use within the next hour. And so that's a great example of having a product solution where your product is actually the instant solve for someone's problem versus someone who might want to do a bit more research and might be more excited to click over to a vlog or YouTube video where they can continue to learn more about what they were searching for, get some more details before they actually go to make a purchasing decision. However, I think that if you have a low-cost digital product and you are creating content that promotes that product on a platform like Pinterest or even on a marketplace like Etsy, if someone is searching for that product and you're one of the first things to appear in the search results, it might be as simple as that to get someone over to your product and then have them click buy within the span of just a few minutes. I'll share some examples on the screen of pins that I've made to promote products that I sell on my digital storefront, including an invoice template, like I mentioned already, a content campaign wrap-up report template, and also an ebook and even a workshop. So those are a few examples of digital products that I've created in my business, and I love using Pinterest to promote them on the off chance, like I said, that someone is already searching for those products and that might be the solution that they need. And if I hadn't put those pins on Pinterest, then that potential customer might not have found them. Don't forget to sign up for my free webinar coming up all about how to build a profitable influencer business in 2023. I think you guys are going to love that, especially if you enjoyed today's video. So don't forget to sign up for that. It's being offered at a few different times to fit your schedule, and there's a link down below in the description box. So I hope to see you there. If you're interested in monetizing your Pinterest, but you need a little bit of help growing your Pinterest audience, be sure to check out the up next recommendation on the screen, all about how to fast track your Pinterest growth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.